Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday night. Tuesday nights we get together here at Knox Makers to do a show and share event, which we show things we're working on, things we have failed at, things we want help with, and of course things we've succeeded at. We try to keep this show PG-13 because we're broadcasting out to the web, so please keep that in mind. And without further ado, we're going to jump into show and share. We have just a handful of people, starting with Sean, who's going to show us some unsolicited deck pics.
See if I can. Okay, where's my button to? Okay, so I, for a long time, have had, I don't know if that'll show it going on, but our shed, a very long time, has been horribly bad. I have to step down, then back up, and so on. So this is kind of the area I was looking at working in for that. And so basically went through, measured it out, totally thought I did a good job of measuring it out and deciding what I needed for lumber, and then did what anybody did and went and bought way too much lumber for my truck to haul home.
Can you turn it 90 degrees?
Can I turn this? Yeah, there you go, see? So I bought a bunch of that, and it didn't work out very well because when I got it home, my wife wanted me to put it like where, you know, the deck is going to go, and I'm like, well, crap, I'm going to have to dig that whole area out. Like, I didn't plan this out well at all. And so instead, yeah, this way? So keep going this way. Here we go. Here we go. So instead, she had me put it there because she said that it would take me a while, and I didn't like that idea. I wanted to put it in the grass. She didn't want me to kill the grass. I said, no, it'll be no big deal. We'll be done this weekend. That was the second load that I had to put over by my other wood pile. Oh, sorry. I will look at the thing each time. That was the second load that I had to put over by the second wood pile behind my shed, again, because I got a lot. And then I just kept digging and digging and like digging for days. And I forgot how much I really, really, really hated digging. And then it rained for a few days. And the only thing worse than digging is digging in the rain. But then I met a guy and I got distracted and I bought a lathe. And then I went into my shed inside and realized that I had like lumber and everything everywhere. And I didn't really have room for a lathe. And so then I had to make room for a lathe, which I did. And then I finished digging. None of that lumber was actually on the grass. It was still where my wife told me to put it. But after we dug, we got gravel. And again, I put it, but, oh, did I hit a button? Okay. So afterwards, we started digging and throwing gravel around, and we didn't know how to get it over the fence. So we got help from the Sanderson sisters. We basically repurposed some Halloween stuff. And there's another picture of that lumber still sitting there. Yeah, sorry, still. Oh, sorry, my backwards. I'll just keep spinning it around, guys. But eventually, after a whole lot of work, and this is what I did with most of the stuff I built on that lathe. If you can't tell, it's my campfire. I had to burn most of it because outside of like two things, I made those, and everything else I made on that lathe was firewood. But eventually, we got to where we have a nice deck, and I can actually walk to my shed. And that only took us about 3 weeks. As you can see, there's no more lumber on my sidewalk there, and only on the grass. So, oh, and I guess lastly, I'm sorry if this is upside down. Ashley also suggested we cut back all the hedges around that thing because it makes the deck look just a little bit bigger, right? So, any questions?
How big is your shed?
That shed is 16 by 20. So, which I think is about the same as yours.
How big or not?
Oh,
All his tools.
yes.
All his tools, the projects, and
there's the inside. As you can see, there's still a lathe in the middle. So I just have to figure out how to clean up the mess because it's outside of getting my wife to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
What's your next lathe project?
Oh man, I don't actually have lathe projects so much as I pick up pieces of wood and try to figure out what's inside of them. Actually, another member, Martin, dropped off some hickory for me here that's got like woodpecker holes in it, and I want to see what's inside that, so it looks really cool. So, cool. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, next up we've got Laura, who's going to show us knife.
Hello. How do I zoom out? Let's see. So I got a knife here. Oh. Oh, dang, it's a little pixelated. That's okay. But I wanted to offer a little before and after from the railroad, and this is the final product. Thanks to Daryl, we had festival and it was super fun on Saturday. I got to see some of Daryl's twists that he had made, and I got inspired. So this is a Rubik's Cube twist. It's a little hard to see, but I took the angle grinder. I'd sliced some lines right here, and then sliced more. Just twisted it, and then finish out the blade in the metal shop with the belt sander. And yeah, I'm really proud of it. It's the best one that I've ever made so far. So thank you, Daryl, and also Andrew for all of your advice.
How long did that take?
When did we start? Like 5? Oh, no, 4. I think I finished at 7. So maybe 3 hours. Yeah. Any other questions? Thank you, guys.
That is actually it for our main list. I haven't forgotten about you, Thea, but is there anybody else who didn't get on the list but wanted to show something off today? Member or non-member? Doesn't have to be complete. All right, we'll bring Thea up to talk about smocking. This is a segue into the announcements portion of our evening.
Right. I've done a couple of show and shares about smocking, which is an embroidery technique that gathers fabric and it's a little stretchy. I'm bringing this up because on May 31st we have a beginner's intro to smocking. The reason we're having it so early in the year is because in October I plan on doing an actual project class on the smocked Christmas tree ornaments that I showed you guys last December. So if you want to make the Christmas tree ornament, you need to learn the beginner first. So that will be May 31st, Saturday, 1 to 4, I think. But it is on the calendar already. So I'll pass these around for people that weren't here that want a closer look.
Okay, just a few more event announcements before we jump into other announcements. First off, tonight is a new members onboarding session. We have a lot of new people here who may be considering becoming members. It's a great night to be here because you can just stick around after, listen to the compelling and rather artfully done presentation on new member onboarding. Isaac is laughing as if I'm making fun of him, but I actually find it to be delightful. Good night for that. And that is a requirement for membership. So eventually in your first 30 days, you'll have to do that if you want to be a member anyway. So why not tonight on this rainy night? Hear the dulcet tones of Isaac. And I don't see Tracy, but anyway. Coming up on Saturday the 17th at 11 a.m., we have a MIG welding class. That's the introduction to use our metal shop. So if you want to use anything in there, you need to go through MIG first. And I believe we still have tickets for that. Maybe three more? Okay. Also on the 17th, Saturday, there's a Stitch and Bitch beginning at 1 p.m., going until I think people get tired of bitching or get tired of stitching. I don't know. On the next Saturday, the 24th, we've got a Moonraker class at 10 a.m. and a crossbow class at 2 p.m. These are cutting things, laser cutting things. So if you haven't done those things, then check your calendar for Saturday, the 24th. And then I was going to mention smocking on May 31st. Thea has already given us that useful introduction. So that's our events coming up. For announcements, I'm going to ask Aliki to give us a quick Maker Market update that's coming up.
Hi, everyone. It feels like I was just up here talking about some kind of market, but that was Festival. That was on this past Saturday, and while we didn't have a lot of people that showed up, the people that did had wonderful experiences, and I know I had a great time hanging out with everyone, and I hope that the rest of Festival was successful. I don't know. We were down here in our own little universe. So why am I here? We have announced the next Knox Makers Market. You may or may not know, but we are only doing one a year, and we have officially picked Sunday, September 28th. It will be a day market, so our normal hours of noon to 5 will be in play, and you'll start hearing murmurs of whether it's needs or conversations, possibly when we get out the information for our vendors. We're not quite there yet. We're just knocking on the door for the date at this point. So if you are interested in participating in any way, remember that we're going to be offering the ability for our members to also have booths if you would like. And they are at a member price versus the rest of our space that we fill with outside crafters. Everything is made by those, the crafters, the vendors that we have. We make sure that people actually make the things because the crafting part, the making, is the most important part of our Makers Market. We'll also have food trucks, as we usually do. Not exactly sure what flavor we're going to have this year, but we have a lot of options. And really my most immediate need right now, and I may have communicated with some of you, but I'll be very loudly looking for someone to help with a little bit of online marketing. Meaning I need something that I can put online and share to help start promote our event right now. So if you are a marketing type person and have cool power skills for making cool images, please let me know. And I would love for you to help volunteer in this aspect as well, because getting the news out is very important. And so with that, are there any questions? I saw your hand up. Yep.
Would you say the date again?
It's Sunday, September 28th.
20?
September?
Okay.
Okay. I checked on it to make sure I didn't accidentally grab Saturday, so you were helping double check me. I appreciate that. Let's not announce the wrong date. Excellent. Any other questions? Okay, excellent. So I will look forward to all of you helping us either volunteer, participate, craft, come and hang out, bring your friends and family. Thank you, everyone.
And the last announcement for tonight pertains to Festival, which Aliki just mentioned. We had, by my count, about 13 people come out and volunteer. Really appreciate all that. We had about 22 visitors. So our volunteer to visitor ratio is pretty darn good. We had a good time hanging out, just working in the shop and chilling out. But we really do appreciate everybody who showed up to help with that. I think that's our program for the night. If you're new here, haven't had a tour, want to learn more info, find somebody with a red badge. We'll help you out. And otherwise, let's go out into the shop, have fun, be social, and see you in a week.